All right, we're looking at the lower leg, the muscles. I want you to think about grouping this into 3 compartments. So on the anterior surface of the leg, and this is your left leg, we have the extensors. Remember, extensors from the hip down are going to travel down the front of the leg. They're going to cross the ankle joint, and they're going to produce dorsiflexion. So don't let that confuse you. When we're talking about the ankle, we use flexion for both movements. Normally we would say one is extension and the opposite is flexion, but we actually call both of them flexion when we're dealing with the ankle. So dorsiflexion, you're going to bring your toe up towards your shin like a dorsal fin. Think about jaws. And then if you were pointing your toe using your calf muscles, that would be plantar flexion. Think about pushing your foot into the ground. Plant, you're planting something into the ground. Plant your foot. Plantar flexion versus dorsiflexion. So we have 3 extensors. The tibialis anterior. Now notice his distal attachment stops short, doesn't go all the way to the phalanges. So he is not going to produce any action on the toes. Remember, if the muscle doesn't touch the joint, doesn't cross the joint, it's not going to produce an action there. Look at this guy though. You can see him follow his tendon all the way to the distal phalanx of the big toe. Remember, your big toe is also called your hallux. Also remember your formula for naming. So where does it go? What does it do? Is it long or short? And I think I flip-flop that. What does it do? Where does it go? Is it long or short? So what does it do? It extends. It goes to the hallux, and it's long. So it's going to be the extensor hallucis longus. Now if we come one over, that's going to be your 3rd extensor. That's going to be your extensor, follow the tendon bundle to all the digits, extensor digitorum longus. This little guy here is not part of that muscle. Notice he does not go to one of the digits. That's one of your peroneals or your fibularis muscles. It means the same thing. In some literature you'll see fibularis, and some you'll see peroneal. Okay. Mama. Hey, buddy. So here we have our peroneals. This guy here, follow his tendon. Okay, you see how he goes short right there. He stops at the base of the 5th metatarsal. This one's going to be brevis, and this one's going to be longus. See longus? He's going to go underneath the foot. Remember your trail, you have your peroneal groove on the distal quarter end of the shaft of the fibula. And you come under the calcaneus, you have your peroneal trochlea and your groove for the Peroneus Longus tendon, then he hooks underneath the foot. The brevis, which means short, he doesn't go all the way under the foot, he stops short, right? The base of the 5th metatarsal. These are going to be your primary everters of the ankle.